Blog Talk Radio.
Hello everyone, welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Our show is captured and linked to YouTube. The programs are listed in the archives of both Blog Talk Radio and your YouTube video. You can watch us as well as listen. The links are on our Facebook page. We refer to our efforts as Musings with Steve and Teresa, and the shows are archived as such. A phone-in number will be presented later in this program, and have paper and pen ready. We welcome your opinions during our discussion. I'm Steve, the co-host.
Hi, I'm Teresa, the other co-host.
We're here to enlighten, entertain, and inform about issues we think are important. We want people to think about how positive actions make positive people.
Today we're returning to changing times, but with a different perspective. We can't forget the money. How is new technology accepted by various individuals in history? What adaptations did those changes require? And who made the changes? We can view some of the results by inspecting stories of major events and the people that lived them. Travel with us to random points in history. But first, I'm going to show you my great new blankie. I brought one today. Since it is spring, I brought one that has lots of spring colors. Now, I think this one could be used for a male or a female. But some people are fussy about the stripes. But this is called the Rainbow. And if you want to order it, or one like it, you could go on the Gigi Blankage page, either on Facebook or on the internet. And I just thought I'd share some of my beautiful blankies.
What's the backside look on that?
Oh, backside is the same on this one.
Okay, you got stripes on both sides.
Yes. Can hold it up. There we go.
Yeah, that ought to wash up clean. I think it's great that those things are about the right size that a toddler can suck his thumb, hold onto his blanket, and it won't drag on the ground.
Right. That's one of the reasons I made it more compact, so for safety. And my granddaughter has many, and she thinks they're the greatest things in the world.
Okay. Anyone wanting to join our discussion can call us at 347-308-8409. You'll be next in line. Now, again, that number is 347-308-8409.
All right, today I've been searching for some funny things, and I found some stuff. Here's some things that I like. A girl says, I wondered why the Frisbee was getting bigger. And then it hit me. Uh-oh. Those who forget the pasta are doomed to reheat it. Uh-oh. Take everything in moderation, including moderation.
No. One goldfish says to the other, if there's no God, who changes our water every week?
Who changes the water? Buttons won't work.
What my commentary here today is about why the health system is in the shape it's in. I don't know whether that's good or bad because as a result I'm sitting here blog talking. But in the 2008, I went to the doctor and my PSA test rating was up to 6. We'd been monitoring it for a number of years, and it went from 1 to 2 to 4.
And what does that count, your PSA?
That counts the
bad
boogies, the boogies that come from cancer.
Okay, all right.
I don't know is the answer.
Yeah, I don't know, okay.
So I went at the same time to the eye doctor for a general checkup. Well, the results from Dr. Martin's examination, he sent me to Dr. Smith, a urologist, who examined me, and then, actually they went through a lot of things. They put dye in my system that collected at bad points, and they x-rayed my skeleton, and all of my bumpies and owies showed up in the...
so you kind of lit up like a
Christmas tree. Well, anyway, after they did that, then they did a biopsy on my prostate, and the guy came and read that, and then they sent me over to Dr. Chang at the Cancer Center, and she examined me. I got a funny story there. One time when we were doing the checkup, we came in, and she had a student with her. And Dr. Chang was very, very energetic and charming
I met her
Asian lady. And she says, we have an assistant here today, and so they're going to check my prostate, which they lean you over and go by the southern route. And she says, you get 2 for the price of 1. And after she said it, she was horrified. But anyway, they set me up with a system where I went in for 40 days, skipping Sundays. I was going to have radiology. Now, why? The age at the time, my age was 75, and that was too old for surgery. The prostate had enlarged to the point where they couldn't use the radium seeds. Now, the prostate is basically round.
Right.
Golf ball size, they take radium seeds and stick in around the side so that they get irradiated around the part that needs to be irradiated. And when mine was as big as a apricot or peach, and it was too big to use that technique. So they said the only thing we got left is the radiology. So they put me on this table, and they aimed it by making a laser line straight down my middle and across my side. And they said, now lay still, and they put tattooed dots on each hip and in the abdomen so that they could put me in the crosshairs consistently on the table. So we went in, and they would check everything before they did, and make sure that their gunshot was, or their aiming was right. And then they would irradiate me for probably 2 minutes by the time it was all done. But they would shoot it from this angle, and then the thing would rotate around my body and stop and give me a
Spread it all around.
Now, the idea, of course, and that radiation is accumulative, and so the focus of their shots was getting a lot of radiation, and the skin around it wasn't. About the time we were getting done, I said to the cancer doctor, I have a zit on my nose that's not healing. And she says, that looks suspicious. So she sent me over to the nose and throat man, and he did a biopsy with a little thing that's like a hair remover thing, a little tube with the
cut out a hunk.
He cut out a little divot out of my nose, which came back as positive for skin cancer. And so then they took me over to another part of the radiation lab where they set me up with a new machine. It hadn't been used for noses before. They had it. They put it in I called it a lead shed. They didn't like that nothing, but they had a lead room with a lead door like a bank door, so that they put the people in there and cut their radiation loose and didn't get anybody else. Well, anyway, this machine had a little line on it, kind of like a speedometer cable, that the radiation was screwed out, put next to your cancer, and then backed off and went back in its little box. And well, anyway, my nose got healed up. But the thing about the whole summation of the thing is I had to have eye surgery, cataracts removed. And then the cataracts got cloudy, and I had to have them burnished. So altogether, my insurance company put out about $4,700 for the cataracts and $118,000 for my cancer surgery. And I'm not complaining. I'm here. I'm talking.
Yes, I think it was very successful.
But
you're worth every penny.
from the other perspective, if every 75-year-old person takes insurance money for $125,000, no wonder we're in the problems we're in. And now I don't have a solution. I just find it a fascinating problem. You got something to laugh about, Terry?
Yes, I do. I have another story here about a gentleman that benefited from medical science. He was an elderly gentleman, and he had serious hearing problems for a number of years. He finally went to the doctor and was fitted with an excellent new hearing aid. He returned a month later for a checkup, and the doctor said, "Your hearing is perfect." He said, "Your family must be pleased that you can hear again." The gentleman replied, "Well, I haven't told my family just yet. I still sit around quietly, but now I listen to all the conversation. I've changed my will 3 times already."
God lets us choose our friends, but He gives us our relation.
Well, let's see. If you're riding ahead of the herd, take a look back every now and then to make sure they're still there. Am I ambivalent? Well, yes and no. He who dies with the most toys is nonetheless dead. If you think you're a person of some influence, try ordering somebody else's dog around. A fool and his money can throw one hell of a party.
Yeah, boy. Here's some stuff from Darwin.
The Darwin Awards.
The Darwin Awards. These are people that almost made it, but they weren't in the front runners. A guy with his 38 caliber revolver failed to fire at his intended victim during a holdup in Long Beach, California, and the would-be robber, James Elliott, did something that can only inspire wonder. He peered down the barrel and tried the trigger again. Now, this time it worked.
Go for another one.
Okay, a chef at a hotel in Switzerland lost a finger in a meat-cutting machine and submitted a claim to his insurance company. And of course, they weren't interested in paying the claim. They expected negligence.
Yeah.
So they sent out one of its men to have a look for himself. He tried the machine and he lost a finger. So the chef's claim was approved.
A Texas teenager was in the hospital recovering from serious head wounds received from an oncoming train. When asked how he received these injuries, the lad told the police that he was simply trying to see how close he could get his head to the moving train before it hit him. Uh-oh! Yeah! And he lived to tell about it. That's the amazing part.
Well, the senior citizen was driving down the freeway and his phone rang. Car phone. Answered it, he heard his wife's voice saying urgently, warning him, "Herman, I just heard on the news that there's a car going the wrong way down I-280. Please be careful." "Heck," said Herman, "it's not just one car, it's hundreds."
Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, I like this one. Seems an angry Arkansas guy wanted some beer pretty badly. He decided that he would throw a cinder block through the window and get the booze. So he grabs the cinder block, heaves it into the plexiglass window, which promptly bounces back onto his head, knocking him unconscious. The police caught him the next morning before he regained consciousness.
Oh my. Yeah. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a cash advance.
Time to go. 60 seconds.
Right. All I ask is a chance to prove money can't make me happy.
Please, let me try. Let me try.
As Tevye says, couldn't you just inflict a little on me?
Yeah, inflict a little on me. Time to summarize. We're out of time.
Okay. In summary, today we told the story about
him.
People, men and women who experienced changing times and found a world with expected and unexpected results. We encourage you to charge the future and create change. Little changes now can grow like compound interest, flourish, and become extraordinary. Or maybe they can change, perish, and as events respond to other people's changes, grinding off the corners of your work to fit the scene. We want to thank you for listening to our podcast today. This program is achieved at Blog Talk Radio, captured and archived for YouTube video, and linked to our Facebook. See us and hear us too. Comments are welcome. Our mission on these Blog Talk Radio presentations is to
stimulate your thinking,
prod your mind into new channels,
pump up your interest in life,
and rebuild your enthusiasms. Whether you're pro or con, we insist you join us as we investigate,
evaluate,
and participate. Be saw it as a solution, not the problem. We will return with our continuing viewpoints next Tuesday at April the 27th. We want to thank you for listening to our podcast today. We'll again be talking about changing times. I'm Steve.
I'm Teresa.
Thank you for listening.